Donald Duck was sound asleep when a group of ants dragged his body and pushed him off a cliff. Just a moment earlier, a group of ants were transporting food for the winter. Donald Duck, who was on the top of the mountain, happened to see the scene. He then used his finger to make it harder for the ants, pressing them so hard they could barely breathe. He even fetched heavy objects like water cups and stacked them on the ants like building blocks. Seeing that the ants could still carry the load, he brought a wooden box and kept increasing the difficulty for them. Later, Donald Duck found sticks and ropes, guiding the ants step by step into the trap ahead. To make the hard-working food-carrying ants make a fool of themselves, he pulled the rope with his hand. The huge jolt made the ants lose their balance, and they accidentally fell into the cream cake below. Watching the ants' misfortune, Donald Duck laughed out loud. The ants were angry but could do nothing about it. But in the next second, the delicious food stuck to their faces erased all their anger. The little ants then realized they were in a huge treasure trove. The little ant hurried back to the base and told all his companions the good news. Before long, the leader beat the assembly drum, and a million-strong ant army swarmed out of the nest. Soon after, while Donald Duck was fast asleep, 3 scouts worked together to push the duck's arm off the food basket and place it on other ants. Then, the ants collectively emerged from the nest, climbed onto the duck, and directly lifted the 100-pound Donald Duck to carry him away. They crossed various complex terrains and kept carrying him until they reached the edge of the cliff, all without Donald Duck noticing, before throwing him down. Shortly after falling into the water, Donald Duck climbed back up the cliff. By this time, the ants had already stolen more than half of the food in the basket. Donald Duck hurried forward to stop them, but the ants scattered and fled. Donald Duck didn't know which one to chase first and decided to retrieve the sausage. Although he caught it, he was not as strong as the ants. After pulling back and forth, he only managed to get an empty bench. Just as he saw another chance, the cake was suddenly split into several pieces by the ants. Helpless, Donald Duck had to guard the entrance of the ant nest. Little did he know that the ants would choose to launch a forceful attack. Led by cabbages, they stepped on him and rushed back to their lair. The little ant that had been bullied by him earlier also took an olive and threw it at him. Enraged, Donald Duck directly stuck his hand into the ant nest, only to be stripped completely naked. He quickly found a piece of wood to cover himself, then brought a whole box of firecrackers, planning to blow up the ant nest. But the ants had long anticipated this move. The fake entrance was specially prepared for him, even though Donald Duck had walked far away. With a loud bang, a crack suddenly opened under his feet as he was still gloating. In the end, he accidentally threw himself off the cliff with his own hands.